Good lifestyle and a huge salary for your child, the common option is to suggest an international sport like soccer. To still live in Australia, try for the Wallabies. And to rule the world and earn the income that goes with it, become a computer nerd. Because now, the geek truly inherit the earth. Rowan Wen on young people who've already earned more than they can ever spend.
The 21st century is the century of the geek.
They're self-made successes, billionaire businessmen with the world at their feet. But it wasn't always the way. This is a photo of the founders of Microsoft way back in the 70s. Now, would you really have picked Bill Gates as the guy who'd wind up worth over $100 billion?
Bill Gates was in the right place at the right time because IBM came calling. He had a little software company, and all of a sudden, he was holding the keys to the kingdom as far as software is concerned.
Futurist Mark Pesce says it's not surprising that we're seeing so many tech geeks making good. He argues the world of technology is young, so it makes sense that those who understand it best will also be young and adventurous.
You're not going to find people who are in established industries who are going to drop everything and just start over again because they have some wild idea.
And the rewards can be unbelievable. Take Mark Zuckerberg, the 22-year-old founder of the online phenomenon Facebook.
Facebook is what they call a social network. In other words, it allows you to create a profile, a page about yourself, and then allows you to take that page, that profile, and link it to all of the people that you know.
It started as a project for Zuckerberg to meet girls at Harvard just 2.5 years ago. And last year, Yahoo offered to buy Facebook for $1 billion.
He turned them down flat, and there was a lot of flack about that in the media. You know, what is this guy doing? He's got to be nuts. He was just offered $1 billion. He turned it down. Well, a year later, now that Facebook has become very popular across the world and has, I don't know, say 4 or 5 times as many people using it, Facebook isn't worth $1 billion. They're thinking about maybe taking it to the markets now, and if they do that, Facebook could be worth $8 or $10 billion.
Another social site, MySpace, founded by Brad Greenspan, and which has 150 million users worldwide, recently sold to Rupert Murdoch's News Corp for $700 million.
People thought when they paid, I think it was $700 million US for it, that this was simply ridiculous. And now the current thinking is that News Corporation got a deal of a lifetime.
Then there's the video sharing site, YouTube.
Now when you have Chad Hurley, the founder of YouTube, who went from 0 to $500 million in about 18 months, yeah, that's pretty sudden.
Not to mention the good folk at Google. Founders Sergey Brin and Larry Page now run a search engine worth $200 billion. And they're not about to give up their competition-crushing market position.
Google now has an entire squadron of PhDs who do nothing but sit and think about how to improve the quality of that search engine.
And Australia has its own homegrown high-tech successors, like Mitch Davis, who developed software that puts ads into computer games. He recently sold his company to Microsoft for $487 million.
So a lot of it's about timing, and a lot of it's about being in the right place when that timing happens.
Other geeks like Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple, have actually become arbiters of style by creating such must-have items as the iPhone and the iPod.
You could probably say that a fair bit into the 21st century, we're going to see wave after wave after wave of change, and that'll mean wave after wave after wave of billionaires.
Rowan Wen reporting and proving it really does pay to be smart. Still ahead, the Qantas safety audit you were never meant to see. How foreign maintenance workers